we have with us amazing Shruti Hassan, looking much more amazing than what the amazing that I just mentioned. And that too here in Dubai at the Filmfare Achievers Night. It's about to begin. Pleasure having you back with us, Shruti.
Thank you. Thank you so
Finally, like an in-person thing. We've done like million Zoom call interviews with her.
Yes, and we also had breakfast together today, by the way.
Yes, we had an amazing breakfast as well. All right, Shruti, so tell us, looking forward to the evening tonight?
Yes, definitely. First of all, it's, Filmfare has been such a big part of my life. And Filmfare Middle East, I've now started forming my own equation with them. And I think it's beautiful because this is my first trip out of the country since the pandemic. Right. So for all of us to come together and celebrate achievements and talent and do it outdoors, meeting other people, everyone's dressing up. I can't tell you how exciting it is.
Okay, what is the importance of dressing up for you?
Do you know what? I was one of those people who would have done this much on my own in lockdown also. I really enjoy putting together an outfit and, feeling that vibe of going out. And we couldn't do that for so long, so today's extra special.
Okay, and how's been Dubai so far? I believe you love to shop. Have you been able to shop yet?
I've shopped too much. I probably need a 12-step program to stop shopping. But it's been amazing because I've just been ordering stuff online like everyone else. So now I have like a whole new wardrobe.
Fantastic. And anyone's performance you're looking forward to tonight?
Everyone actually, because... not to like be general, but we haven't been to too many live gigs and performances. So I've been to a bunch of music gigs, but I even went to a dance thing recently. But to see, the way we put shows, film people, it's a completely different vibe. So everyone's performance.
Okay, and are you getting any award tonight as well? Is there something that we can look forward to?
I think so. Always clad in leather. No, I'm kidding. I think I am. Most goth chick of Bollywood is my award. No, I'm joking.
Okay, and so how's been the last 1.5 years for you? What is it that it has really taught you? Because initially you were locked down, you're making music, and then you've been shooting as well, you've been promoting as well.
I think we spoke a bit in between, but honestly, Faridun, it moves in phases. In the beginning, it was like, we can do this. And then this darkness really started sweeping in, especially in the second lockdown where so many people I knew and my friends I lost to COVID. So it was a really dark time, to be honest. So that productivity and all that we had the first lockdown wasn't like that. It made me extremely grateful and thankful for the life that I have and makes me think of every day as a day that counts. Yeah.
Of course, and now I think things are looking up, and hopefully things will normalize. Cinema halls are opening. How important is it for you as an artist that there is a possibility of cinemas once again becoming their normal self? Hopefully,
I had 2 releases this year in cinemas in Telugu. And I just have to salute the Telugu fans for showing up and going to see the films. It's amazing. Of course, again, we had to lock down. I can't imagine the theatre owners' plight and, how they feel. And cinema is made for big screens. And a lot of the kind of films I've been a part of need to be seen on the big screen. Right. So I am so thankful that they're opening up. It's great for business. It's really important for business that we open back up.
Right. So we spoke about Vakil Saab, and so it must have been, even though you had a guest appearance in the film, but the film started off on a huge note, but because of the second lockdown, it had to stop its run. That must be heartbreaking for the team.
Definitely, but I think because it's Pavan Kalyan sir and the opening, like he's, you know about his opening. So we got that even with Crack, like there were some issues and the first show didn't happen and then it was the last show, but people stayed, people went, people watched. For that, we're so thankful. And everything else, honestly, we're all just improvising as we go along.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. So what is it that your fans can look forward to in the coming days from you?
There's Salar, there's my Amazon series, but both of those are next year. And in the meantime, there'll be music and lots of meaningless Instagram posts.
So how do you look at this entire interesting sort of situation that we have, that people are consuming a lot of content on OTT? Of course, cinemas are opening up, but I think, as you just mentioned, that you're doing a series as well.
Yeah.
It's an interesting format. The long format is something which is interesting. An actor gets a lot much more time to showcase their backstory and to say that much more in a way.
Yeah, definitely. You know, my experience sometimes in a movie has been like, अरे यार अगर थोड़ा और time होता, I could establish, you know, they could establish this character more. I could. So that's really, I love that you said that, because that's such a simple and intrinsic thing that makes it like a really good experience. Being a female lead in a show like that is that you can really block through that character's life. I also am a big fan of, you know, shows of that nature where you can kind of get into it and keep watching it.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad to be a part of it.
So like you've liked Squid Game, for example.
No, it reminded me too much of Luck, so I stopped watching.
Yes. Yes,
I was
that's the
like,
first.
ये पिक्चर तो मैंने कर ली और चली भी नहीं, तो मैं इसको क्यों देखूं?
Right. That's the first film.
It was so much like Luck and Intacto, and I've also been the biggest fan of this film called Battle Royale from Japan. So I wasn't really as blown away.
As a word.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. But still, do you find it fascinating? Some show in Korean language can become so huge.
I think
They can
it's
be
amazing.
like a Spanish show, like a Money Heist. It's something which is like ऐसा लग रहा है कि कोई हिंदी film है.
Do you know what, Faridun, this is such a beautiful time in the world. So I've done a bit of work in the West, right? And they were like, oh, we don't know how to cast her because, you know, okay, we'll give her this like Indian role which is nondescript. And I was like, but why do these things even matter? A story is a story. Emotions are same across the world. And now we're seeing these rule makers who decided we need a white lead in this kind of story for it to work everywhere in the world. We need Tom Cruise. We need Mission Impossible. That's not Squid Games, and it's worked. Money Heist has worked. There's always been a keen interest in Indian films from the West, always. And what I see is, even within India, there was one point in the, I would say, 70s, 80s, where, you know, everyone was mingling, mixing, releasing, and then we kind of segregated. Now what I see is everyone is like, these boundaries are blurring. People want stories. People want to see something that they connect to, and it doesn't matter where it's from. Tamil, Bengali, Korean, or Russian. It doesn't matter, and I think that's just fab.
All right, and something like a Malayalam content is being consumed by Indians all across now. Like say Telugu content is being consumed by Indians across, because we are talking to these artists which we earlier did not, which is very interesting as well in a way.
I think that's the success of digital platforms. Is somebody isn't deciding for you which film you'll see or which film in your theatre, neighborhood theatre is playing. You have curiosity, and that little panel that suggests things for you is amazing, because now you're realizing people are interested in seeing more. पहले dub होते थे TV पे, and they'll be like, मैंने आपकी वो तेलुगु picture देखी थी जो dub हुई थी. Now you're seeing it as is, you know, without the bad songs instead of the originals. And it's just a very interesting time that people have choice that they can, you know, exercise.
All right. Okay, and you're someone who loves to express yourself through your music. You write your own songs. What is the importance of freedom for you as an artist?
Wow, that's a really wonderful question. Freedom comes with a lot of risk and responsibility. Sorry to sound like the Spider-Man saying, but it is, you know. It's not the most comfortable choice, because you're letting perception, safety nets, and so many things go. And I think I'm still very, very nascent and not even started the journey to what it feels like to truly be free as an artist. I think I glimpse it in moments, and I glimpse it when I'm doing a scene or when I'm on stage singing, but it's just glimpses. What I'm working on is feeling really free as a human being and a woman first, which is also hard in our society. So freedom to me is a very far, far away dream that I hope to enjoy.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, and since the time you've started your journey as an actor, as an artist, how have you looked at this entire microscopic way of looking at the lives of celebrities? How has it changed over the years?
I don't know, Faridun, because I mean, social media changes things, but I grew up always under some sort of lens or scrutiny. And I learned very early on that it's not my problem. You know, it's not my bag of chips to open at all. But I think social media, more than me as someone who has X number of followers, who I know when I wake up that I'm going to be critiqued, I'm going to be loved, I think the concern for me is that everybody thinks that this is normal. So you have normal teenage girls and normal teenage boys trying to live their life in this artifice of celebrity, which it doesn't exist. Coming from celebrity, I can tell you, you've been in this world. It is, it's as real as we can be in the given construct. So I think that really is, to me, where that microscopic way of living that you're talking about affects everyday life. Not to me, because I bargained for this, I think.
Of course. But still, say as an actor, do you have to think twice before saying what you want to say? Do you at times feel that maybe the characters that you're doing they can be maybe inferred in a certain manner which may not have been the intention in the first place? Maybe many a times it is far from maybe the intention what it meant to be.
The second part, I've been very lucky in the sense that I took the time to reanalyze my whole approach to the women I'm playing. And after a while, I think my face just went into resting B face, so I started getting offered those kind of roles as well, which are much more layered. Even in a commercial setup, they're saying something, which is really a blessing. On a completely different note, I think I really enjoy being real and honest in my communication. But I'm also sensitive to the fact that certain opinions of mine will not be accepted by everyone. It'll cause me unnecessary headache, really, from maybe certain people or certain opinions that are clashing with mine. So yes, I do have to censor myself, definitely.
Rapid Fire with Shruti Hassan. What, according to you, makes Filmfare special from other award shows?
I think it's just the history and the history associated with it. Everyone wants that black lady.
Okay. Who has been your most favorite host for Filmfare Awards so far?
Shah Rukh Khan, always. Anything Shah Rukh Khan does. Like, he could be a baker tomorrow and make cakes, and I would think he's the best pastry chef ever.
Okay. If you were asked to perform a dance number on stage as Zinat Amanji, which song would you want to dance on?
Can we dance to Michael Jackson? That would be so wicked. That would be so good.
I'm sure she'd love to do that.
Yeah, I'd love to. She's totally an icon. I just love her.
Funniest rumor about award shows in India that you have heard of?
I mean, like, true or untrue?
True or untrue, whatever you want.
Well, people pretend like they don't know that they're winning the award, and we always know. Yeah.
That's a good one. Whose performance are you looking forward to the most in Filmfare Achievers Night tonight?
I think everyone, like I said earlier, everyone has worked so hard, and we're finally out and back to the stage and to the audiences and to television and movies, and I'm super excited.
If you were to introduce any new award category, what would that be?
Those who act for free without getting paid.
A myth about award shows you wish was true?
I think that that it's completely equal playing field. I don't think it always is. And I'm not saying this from like my point of view. I think sometimes what happens is, towards that season, there's a buzz about a film or a buzz about an actor. And then maybe, people we move in waves, and sometimes people miss a wave. So I think that definitely, yeah.
Okay, what does love mean to you?
I think love means so many things, but I think it's a central river in my life. It has to keep flowing.
All right. What do you love the most about Dubai?
I really like the shopping, the food. But what I like is that it's so cosmopolitan and a mix of so many cultures. And also for people to remember that none of this existed, that they built all of this out of nothing, which is so fascinating to me.
Okay. Has it ever happened that you have ended up judging the song that you're about to portray? Someone else has sung it, and you have to be on. It has to be showcased on you.
Oh, well, like in a movie.
Yeah.
So
because you're a musician yourself.
Yeah, no. So I don't judge the song, but there are times that I've have to lip sync to a pitch that is so not me, like. And
Okay.
people know my voice as well. They know my singing voice as well, and then it's just like. And it's like, yeah, I'm not buying it. They're not going to buy it, but it's fine. Okay, whatever, let's do it.
Okay. What moment in your career sticks out as your most memorable moment ever?
I think, honestly, it's definitely after my first film. And my best friend sat with me and he was like, you were terrible in it. and you have to decide going forward if you're really going to work hard to improve or don't do this again. And that's really, right after luck. I felt like I didn't do a good job and I didn't commit to the process. And my best friend told me that to my face. He was really, I mean, that's why he's my best friend. And I think I remember that the most because that's where my journey to committing to characters in acting and myself began.
Okay, that's interesting. I think it's good to have such friends. A performance of yours you think you deserved an award for, but you didn't get it.
3. Yeah, I didn't get any awards for that film.
Okay, of course.
And then I gave up after that. And then I met Akshay Kumar who said rewards, not awards. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's cool too.
At what moment in your career you realize that you have finally arrived?
I don't feel that way. I feel there's a lot more. There are moments where I'm like, ooh, yeah, this feels good. Then I have to go home and remove my makeup and put my night cream and eye cream and be like, oh, you better sleep or you'll look fugs in the morning. And then you start again and that high just goes away. So I don't feel like that. I feel there's a lot more for me to do.
That's amazing. Many actors or artists that I've spoken to, they end up never being satisfied, and that is why I think they are what they are, because they're not satisfied.
I think that's an artistic
That is
thing. Yeah.
Okay, if following were the names of awards, who do you think should win them? Man with a Spine.
I think my dad.
Of course.
Yeah. I think, especially when it came to the time of my birth and the time that India was in, and he was just very honest and he really had a spine.
That's amazing. Dream of India.
Dream of India. It has to be a little girl, not a man. Yeah.
Grace personified.
There's so many wonderful women. I think Sharmila ji, Rekha ji, Zeenat Aman, Dimple ma'am, like the list is just endless. They're just so graceful. I think we've lost that in the next generation.
In award shows, I like to do a dance performance more than a singing performance.
You know, except once, nobody wants me to sing. They only want me to dance. So I stopped dancing and now no one calls me to sing. Yeah, so definitely I enjoy singing more.
All right, so I think that was very interesting. Shruti Hassan, as honest and as upright as possible. So thank you very much, Shruti. Lovely to have you, and congratulations for tonight. I hope that you have a great time after so many days, and all the best wishes for all your future ventures. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Shruti Hassan and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.